I am super excited to bring you this video because I'm going to share with you how a 28-year-old has been able to generate $500,000 with his social media marketing agency working from this little 150 square foot bedroom. And that 28-year-old is myself. When I first started my whole agency, I had zero knowledge, zero experience, and zero anything else because I did not know social media marketing was a business that you could just start from home, and all you need is a Wi-Fi connection. And so multiple six figures later, I'm going to show you exactly how I've been able to do it and how you can also do it too, no matter whether you currently run an agency, you're thinking about running an agency, or maybe you don't even know what an agency is. I'm going to share with you my exact step-by-step journey. I'm going to show you all the turbulence, all the obstacles that I had to go through, the accomplishments, and you're going to see the ups and downs in just emotions, because it's really been an emotional roller coaster. And you know, going through the journey, it's just been crazy. I'm gonna take you guys in the back end. You guys can see my exact Stripe account because I want to be as transparent as possible. I want to show you guys the numbers. I want to show you guys the month by month what it was like to be feeling up and what it was also felt like to be on the down, right? And going through the whole, you know, COVID 2019, well, it really went through, the whole effect of it went through 2020, but you're gonna be able to see all that. Super excited to share in this journey. So without further ado, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel. If you enjoy content like this, wanting to learn about your agency, I teach how to grow agency, online hustles, and things like that. So let's go ahead and jump into the back end. All right, guys. So here we are in the back end of my Stripe account, and it is crazy just to be able to show this to you guys. And you know, it's just really exciting numbers, and I just want to be as transparent as possible with you guys. That's why I'm jumping into my Stripe account, showing you guys the numbers, showing you guys what it looked like from month to month to month, and just the struggles, right? The ups, the downs, and this chart kind of explains my journey in a really good way. So that's why I wanted to share that with you. And I think you'll benefit a lot from it because, you know, some of the things that you might be going through yourself, some of the struggles wherever you're at in your journey, whether you're a new agency owner, whether, you know, you have a couple clients, or maybe you're looking to scale, right? You could probably relate a whole lot to my journey. So I'm going to start by sharing with you that I started my agency late in November of 2018. And obviously, as you can see here, November 2018, I made $0, right? And December, January, February, March, right? So it's November, December, January, February, March. For 5 months, guys, I put in my work, my heart, my soul, everything that I possibly could into my agency, and I saw zero results. And to be honest with you, I was really discouraged by that. I wanted to quit. And, you know, I was just trying so hard to get new clients. I was, you know, cold emailing, cold calling, reaching out to business owners and things like that. And I just couldn't land a client, right? So for 5 months, I did everything I could, couldn't get any clients, couldn't get paid for my agency. And you could probably guess I was ready to quit my agency, right? But I kept on going. I don't know why. You know, the idea of me wanting to be able to work from home, you know, have an online business, and just seeing other kids that are younger than me or even my age who were generating 10K per month or even more, I was, you know, I was motivated by that, to be honest. And so I just kept with it. But I guess the first 5 months was kind of like that learning curve. You know, I didn't start with any experience. I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't know what digital marketing was. I didn't even know that you could make money doing this stuff, right? So everything was really new to me. And so for 5 months, like as you can see here, zero results, okay? And so here, in the month of April was when I first got my first payment of $2,000. And this was, at this point, this was like that turning point for me, right? I had put in so much work. For 6 months, I finally landed my first high ticket client at the time, right? $2,000 generated online, going through my seeing that phone notification coming through, right? It really made me feel and believe that this was possible, landing that first $2,000 client. And what did I do? Right, so for the first 5 months, 5.5 months, whatever, I was hopping on. I had sales calls come in, right? Don't get me wrong. I was talking to business owners, but I just couldn't close a deal. And so I made up the system. I call it the BCL system. If you don't know, check out my free masterclass. It goes into details on how to set it up, what it is, and things like that. But ultimately, it helped me increase my closing rate. You see, I didn't come from a business background. I didn't come from a sales background. I graduated from college to become a physical therapist, a doctor. That's something that my parents wanted me to do was become a some type of professional in the world, right? And they don't know anything about this whole online business stuff. And so generating that $2,000 was when I believed that this was possible. And the following month, I landed another client. It was a small client, it looks like $968 client here, or I think it was like $1,000 client, whatever, right? So I landed my second client in the month of May. As you can see here, I'm picking up some steam, right? A little bump there in the chart, as you could see, for 3,000. And then following that month, guys, this is why just when I was about to quit, following those motivational Instagram pages that, just saying, don't quit, right when you're about to quit, you are so close to hitting that gold mine, right? And in that month of June, that very, I guess the second month of summer, I had my biggest month. I felt like a baller, right? At $8,100 in a single month, guys. From my digital marketing agency, it was just mind blowing to me. I've never made that amount of money. I was working a 9 to 5 before this, right? But I decided to go all in. I quit my job and I went all in with my digital marketing agency. I think I quit right around probably around this mark, right before, I was pretty discouraged. I was really sick and tired of my 9 to 5 job. And that is the reason why I started up this side hustle, and just kind of took off and see where it took me, really. And it's taken me a long way, to be honest. But anyways, so May, June, $8,100. This was the most money I've ever seen in a single month, the most money I've ever made in 3 months worth of time, probably, right? Three months worth of time. I've never even seen this amount. So as you can see here, I'm picking up lots of steam in what seems to be my first year of business, right? I guess, starting in November, and finally picking up some steam. And so the next month here took a little dip. I think I lost like a client or something like that. And then, so in July and August here, same, right? So I was able to really retain my clients. And what I did here was I focused on client retention, right? So I knew that getting a new client is a pretty tough task to do, right? It's a tough task for any agency owner in general, to land new solid new clients, right? And so I really doubled down on just client retention, making sure that my clients were happy, making sure that the results that I was driving for them, my fulfillment was on point, because I needed my client retention. If I knew that in order for my agency to last long term, I need to be able to keep my existing clients, right? And so August and July and August, I kept it. And in the month of September, we took another dip, guys. And this is really just where that emotional roller coaster comes in, where you have your highs and you have your lows. And honestly, at this point, it was tough. Even though I was really grateful and I felt blessed, the fact that I was able to make $4,500 from home with this online business, I quickly realized that, like I said, I didn't have a business background. So I realized that business is unstable, man. Like, there's ups, there's downs. You never know what if you're gonna have a big month, or maybe you just have a really crappy month, to be honest, right? And to this day, like, I feel like all this can just go away the next day, which is why I work so hard every single day to keep my business up and alive. Because one of my biggest fears is having to go back to the work field and working a 9 to 5, checking in at a certain time, certain place, dealing with traffic here in California. It's crazy. Southern California, to be more specific. So the next month, we took another high, right? Another increase, $7,763. And, just being in my first year of my business, not knowing what I was doing at all and sticking with this, to seeing these types of numbers, as I think a 25-year-old at the time, I was really excited, right? Being able to generate these type of numbers. And then that next month, that following month in November, before the year ends, I had my biggest month of about $14,000. So I skipped the 10K mark, and I just jumped from 7,000 to doubling that to 14,000 in a single month. And I think this came from just all the work that I had previously put in the following months, right? So from just prospecting, reaching out to as many business owners as possible, focusing on client retention, filling up that pipeline. And towards that end of the year, that month of November, clients just hopped on, right? From just seeing me, hearing from me, following up and things like that. I was finally able to land a couple more clients. And honestly, just looking at this number, even today, like right now, it's just crazy to me being able to generate, because my goal starting this agency was to hit that 10K per month with my social media marketing agency at $14,000. It was nuts, right? And so going into 2020, I knew that, with the things that I've learned in that year, 2019, I learned a whole lot, how to prospect, how to talk to people, getting my sales call, increasing my closing rate. I got better at these things. And, if you go back and you look at my YouTube channel, like I documented this whole entire journey when I first started my agency. So if you go back from the beginning, you can see exactly how I prospected, my sales calls and things like that, and how much I've been able to grow starting from, here, from where I was at to now where I'm at today. So $14,000, amazing. And to close out the month, $12,000, 2 back-to-back month of over 10K per month. And that was really the goal for me. That was really the milestone, hitting that 10K per month mark. And I'm sure that's a goal for many new business owners, agency owners, and things like that. Hitting that 10K per month is such a great feeling because that's what you set out to do. You can say that you are a 6-figure business owner, and that's an amazing feeling, to be honest. That's really a milestone and a goal of mine when I first started my business. And so starting the new year in 2020, we started off pretty hot at 11,000. I know it took a little dip. And the reason for that is because when I sign a new client, I sign a one-time setup fee. So the initial month is usually a little bit more, and then the following months is just a management fee. So that's why you may see a little dip. It's not necessarily me losing clients. It's just I'm not charging that setup fee for the existing clients, right? So January, February, just big months, guys, consecutive, over 10K per month. I'm feeling good, feeling really nice, having that agency, making that bank, getting that role coming in, and living good. I mean, not living good because I wasn't spending any money or anything like that. I actually saved a lot of the money that I have or reinvested it back into my business. But with any business, obstacles going to come your ways. Ups and downs are going to happen. As you can see, I've been having lots of ups here, but you got to prepare for the storm. And the storm eventually will always come. And it did come in the month of 2020. And I just felt like, at this point, I felt like I started the business at the worst time because COVID decided to hit. As you can see, my numbers going down from 1311 to my rock bottom, 7,500. I got cut in half, right? By April of 2020, as you all know, COVID hit, the pandemic hit, lockdown was starting to happen. Businesses were forced to be shut down, closed down, a lot of uncertainties, right? And if businesses aren't able to operate, then there's no need for a marketing company. And so I took a hit, guys. And this was a tough time for not only for myself, but for everybody, the world, workers, business owners, businesses all around the world. And I just felt like I had started my business at the worst time possible. Obviously that year of 2019 was great, but 2020, man, like I just felt like I had bad luck. Like what happened, right? So I managed to keep, a few existing clients, sign a couple of new clients, I think at the time too, just for businesses that were still able to remain open. And we're in more desperate need for marketing, right? To kind of stand out of the crowd while everybody else was not able to. But really, I took a hit here. But that following month in May, we got to bump it back up to 10,000, right? So, I mean, I'm still working hard, working my butt off, and really, there's a lot of uncertainties, like I said, and it's really just an emotional roller coaster. So, if you are an agency owner, business owner, no matter where you're at, there's going to be obstacles no matter what, highs, lows, no matter if you're making $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, or $100,000 a month. There's always obstacles. There's always going to be struggles and challenges. And that's what entrepreneurship is about. That's what being a business owner is about, right? Is facing adversity, challenges, and struggles and things like that, and overcoming it And that's how you really level up in your business, because business is never going to be a straight line. There's going to be ups and downs. It's just like the stock market, right? So something to understand, and that's, something you can always prepare for, right? There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and highs and lows, and try not to attach your emotions to the business, because it's just going to drive you crazy, right? And it's going to stress you out and things like that. So try your best to stay mentally strong, work out, exercise, listen to podcasts, motivational speeches and things like that. That's what I personally do. And that's kept me sane throughout this emotional roller coaster ride. All right. So summer, $10,250, looking good. And in that month of July of 2020, when everybody was saying that digital marketing is dying, social media marketing is saturated, there's a lot of uncertainties, pandemic, I hit my biggest month ever in my career. $17,000, guys. It's nuts. It was nuts, guys. I don't know what I did. I don't remember what I did, but I had my biggest month in July of 2020, $17,000. And it's just, I'm just so blessed and grateful to be able to share this and just have this position. Hopefully you guys can relate to my journey, right? There's a lot of challenges that I had to go through, and just imagine the emotions that I was going through in the beginning here, right? Highs, lows, pandemic, struggles, challenges, lots of things happening, personal struggles, personal life, things that happen outside of my business, right? So my biggest month, 17,000. August declined a little bit here, some struggles. So I had my biggest month to going back down. And this is where that emotional roller coaster comes in. You're going to have highs where you sign on a bunch of clients. Following months, not so well. Don't sign on as many. And I'm a one-man team, one-man show, working from my bedroom, little, 150 square foot bedroom, nothing crazy, nothing luxurious about it. And, still pumping out great numbers. Don't get me wrong. But obviously, as a business owner, you always want to see your numbers go up. And anytime you're seeing it go down, you're like, okay, I'm doing something wrong. This could continue to go down and just disappear. My business could just disappear on me. And that's how I've always felt. I've always worked as if my back was against the wall. And so there's no way but to work, to just keep working, moving forward. Right. So those were my months to close out the year here. And in October, we saw a nice little bump, 13.8. November, another dip, and December, just a really low year to end it. I think just, a lot of uncertainties, like I said, the COVID stuff was it just fluctuated a lot, right? A lot of uncertain numbers. And when I went below sub 10K, things just, like I said, just this all could go away. And so going into 2021, I had learned so much from 2019, just how to run my agency. 2020 was like just gaining that experience, going through adversity, understanding what it feels like to take steps back, steps forward, have highs, but also have super lows. And, just how really learning how to control your emotions. I mean, I think, and just staying sane. I think that was like the main lesson that I learned in 2020. Right? Lots of things happening, personal life, personal challenges and stuff like that. Going to the gym extra and just staying sane, having that mental capacity to withstand all of this, right? So 2021, guys, this year, and I guess you could obviously see here as the chart goes straight up, 2021 was my best year, just taking everything that I've learned from the past 2 years, applying it, building my personal branding and things like that. We're about to see some big numbers, 500,000, and let's jump into the year 2021 here. So just to start off here, we went from 9,000, right, sub 10 to 15, right? So we just started the year really well. And by the way, these are just the numbers inside my Stripe account. Obviously, I've received payments outside of Stripe through PayPal, Venmo, and things like that, just from consulting, coaching, people who didn't want to pay through Stripe and things like that. So, what you see is what I'm going to talk about, obviously, but there's also numbers that were or payments that were made outside of Stripe as well. So just something to keep in mind, I guess. But 15K to start off the year really well. And we continue to just go up from here. And this is why you should always push, right? This is where I'm looking to scale. I'm building my personal branding. without no paid ads, by the way. So my whole agency has been built all organically, some outbound, never had any really inbounds except if it's like referrals, but I've never ran paid ads to land a new client. I mean, I've tried it, didn't work out too well for me. I didn't really stuck with it. But I'll get into that a little bit later. I don't want to jump around too much here and jump ahead of myself here. Right. So February 15, March 17, 8, I think this was, my second best month. I think earlier in the year we had our 17, or I think it was 16.9. We'll count this as 18, I guess. So March of 2021, my birthday month, I had my best month, 17.8, or you could call it 18, just round it up, right, to 18K a month. And things are looking solid. We're scaling. Business is growing, guys. So March, April, I finally hit my 20K per month. This was the goal for this year. My goal for 2021 was to hit 20 to possibly, hopefully 30K in a single month. But I definitely hit a milestone, right? Jumping from 10 to 20 was definitely a milestone for me. So which was awesome in April. 19K in May, once right when summer hits, summer is always hot. Going back to 21.6 here. And what I'm doing here, guys, at this point for my business, like for a majority of this year, as it started, I didn't do a whole lot of prospecting, to be honest. I didn't do a whole lot of cold calling, a whole lot of cold emailing. I think I got a lot of just clients from referrals, and just personal branding and things like that. My YouTube channel has helped out a bit. Just expanding my services, right? Having a one-on-one coaching service, right? A lot of new agency owners started reaching out to me. Hey, Jordan, I wanted to learn, your steps, get my step-by-step guide or whatever. And that's what I've been doing, hopping on weekly calls with students and just showing them the ropes, right? Helping them implement systems and growing the agency. So really just expanding what I do. And you might say that, hey, Jordan, are you one of those people who just sell courses and coaching packages and things like that? And as you can see here, like, I don't do that. That's not my main bread and butter. A majority of my revenue comes from my agency. That's actually my biggest, I would say like 85 to 90% where my revenue is generated is through my agency, through my clients. And then the rest is through my coaching, my courses. Obviously, YouTube AdSense has a small part of that, but things like that. So majority, like I said, agency stuff is where my revenue comes from. So June, July, 27, and I did not think I would get up this high. I thought I was going to float around the 20. And so, okay, I was starting to think, all right, my next goal, I could really shoot for that 30K per month. That's really my milestone now, or my goal, right? To just end the year. Hopefully, if it does, great. That'd be awesome. If not, I'm totally cool with it too, because I did hit my 20 to 25K month milestone, which I'm super cool. But let's try and shoot for 30K. And that following month of August, we did just that at 30.5K per month for my agency. And guys, the secret to this is keeping your existing clients. It's tough to make 30K per month, let alone 25K per month if your clients are constantly dropping off and you're having to sign on new clients. You can't do that. Your agency is not going to last. You're not going to be able to, pump these type of numbers if you're constantly having to chase after new clients. That's why it's so important to have existing clients that love you, that pays you on a monthly basis. And the only way you can do that is if you have a solid offer and deliver those results. Okay. And going into September, my biggest month at $35,000, guys. And it's actually more close to 40K. I think we actually collected 39. No, we did collect $40,000 this month of September, outside of Stripe. So we actually just skipped we hit the 30. I did not think we're going to hit the 40, but we hit the 40 outside of Stripe. I wish it would have said it inside of Stripe. It would have been really cool to show that number to you guys. And as you can see, I'm just so excited about it just because I did not think I could hit these numbers, guys. Like, I worked a 9 to 5. I went to college. I'm not supposed to be doing this from my little bedroom, guys. Like, it's crazy. And it just goes to show you guys, like, what I'm really trying to share with you guys is online business is possible. These numbers, these numbers are possible from your room. If you live with your parents, you live in the bedroom, you live in the basement, you live in your closet, if you have a Wi-Fi connection, internet, a laptop, this can work. All right. $35,000 in September on Stripe, $40,000 outside of Stripe. And as you can see here in the month of October, we've collected 22.8. We should see about another 10 come in, or about 8 to 10 come in before the month ends, just from existing clients and things like that. As the month closes, that's when we collect some of our income. So we should see another, close to 30K, a 30K month, I should say, in the month of October. And you might be wondering, Jordan, you've only collected $428,000 in this year so far. Your title says $500,000. Did you clickbait me? And the reason for that is, no, I'm not trying to clickbait you. By the end of this year, guys, I'm putting it out there, we should have collected $500,000 with my social media marketing agency by the time this year ends, right? So by the end of this month, we should have collected over 430,000, close to 440. That leaves me 2 months with $60,000 left to collect, $60,000 to get to $500,000. And at this rate, at $30,000 a month, I should hit that $500,000 within the span of, I guess, 2018. So it's been 3 years. But I mean, I didn't really collect get my first client till 2019. So we could just say it's 2 years. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts if you were counting as 2 years or 3 years in business. But nonetheless, it's super blessing to be in this position, I guess, right? Super excited, as you can tell. And this has honestly changed my life, my family's life. We've done a whole lot, vacations. And really, the happiness doesn't really come from the numbers, guys. You guys might see that I'm excited about these numbers, but honestly, the numbers is, what I've been able to do with the numbers is what I ultimately am happy about, bringing the family together. And if you guys haven't seen, some of my channels or on my channel, been able to take the family to do things, fun things, keep it together. And really, that's where the happiness comes from. It's not the money, it's what you're able to do with the money that really brings you the ultimate happiness and success, really. But guys, that is my journey from zero to $500,000 with my social media marketing agency, digital marketing agency. Within 2 years, 2.5 years, $500,000, man. That is crazy. Drop a thumbs up on this video if you just, appreciate the transparency. And if you're working yourself on growing your own business, hopefully you were able to relate to my journey. Obviously you can see it was just a roller coaster. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy content like this. I drop content on how to grow an online business, your social media marketing agency, just online business in general. And I got a lot of fun stuff coming my way, or to share with you on this channel. It's not going to be all about digital marketing. I got a lot of cool stuff to share with you because I've been saving up a good amount of money to do cool stuff to share with you guys as well, and just having fun content, right? So super excited, man. $500,000, putting it out there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to know where you're at with your agency, how I can help you, because I love answering questions. As you can tell, my channel isn't huge, so I love answering questions. So drop them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, join my free private Facebook group. Link is in the description below. You'll be able to connect with a lot of like-minded individuals who are looking to grow their business, connect with me. And I also have a free masterclass. All the links are in the description. If you want to learn how to my systems on how I was able to grow my agency, I show you my 3-step system on what I did to grow my agency from 0 to multiple 6 figures. And if you want me to work, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have a coaching call where we can hop on weekly calls, and if we're a good fit for each other, then that's what I could do. I could provide guidance, help you implement systems, get your agency off the ground. We can do all that for you. So hopefully this was an awesome video, the journey. Hopefully you enjoyed the journey, and I appreciate you for joining the journey. On to the next video. See you guys soon. Peace.